There's been many stories told over the years about men and women, young and old, whose boldness propelled the world's imagination about what is good, honorable, true, peaceable, glorious. Glory. Now there's a thought. What have we been taught or sought or wrought that is worthy of such a title? Think of the men who bravely stood shoulder to shoulder for a greater good, as the bullets flew and blue turned red, and from the dead the flowers grew. Glory from another story tells of how men and women of color saw their lives devalued by others, and mothers lost sons and brothers, while fathers watched daughters turn to martyrs for an equal share of simply being cared about. Without a doubt, we need to recount the history which is littered with glory. Trails blazed and sails raised to leave behind a world we find is closer to heaven. Glory, a word not often associated with the humble, the meek, the lowly, the condemned. As a man hung on a beam of wood in shame, the crowd threw insults at his name, and we offered the same before it came time to draw his last in one final gasp. And then as his time drew near, it became clear that this was no mere man. And a plan was in place to extend grace to the very ones whose face had turned away. There on that day, the Son of God bore all that weight, so our weight was ended. He intended that we should know the rift was mended. Glory. Forgive me if I seem unable to celebrate the death of an innocent man when I am just as likely to cast my lot with the ones who nailed him to wood. Should I have any right to share in what he accomplished there? Glory? It's not mine to take or make, and I won't fake it just to pretend I've done anything to earn it. But the word tells me something strange, and I can't fully understand such a claim. But I'll stake my life on this kind of faith. My God's glory is now my story. And the cross has lost its shame because of the name that bore it for me. Now I carry mine to remind me of the time when the greatest life was given up for me. And I may not get it, but you bet it is no longer in doubt what my God is about, because it is finished.